Please read the disclaimer. The SEC just shocked everybody. President Trump's plan continues to play out. XRP is at its highest level on a certain indicator. You'll understand soon. And Rave Dao continues to go bananas. We're going to talk about all of that and more. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile, send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. I know you guys can do it. I'm giving you a chance. I'm going to be making a call for 1 second. Hello. Yes, Mr. President. How's the blockade going? Good. Its prices are up. Oil's down. Oh, good. Okay, continue. Currently, the markets, the crypto market, the stock market has nicely recovered after it freaked out in the morning, and everybody thought that, over the weekend, oh, it's going to be the end of the world. The negotiations between USA and Iran fell through, and oil was going to pop, and it's going to go to 150, right? Those were the tweets I was seeing. And what happened? We got to Monday morning, and the elephant was not that bad. That's the saying. I think it's a different saying. And the crypto market is in the green. Currently, XRP is sitting at $1.34. We got Bitcoin at 72,400, Ethereum at 2230. Rave, ooh la la, is already up to 11.22, up another 87% on the day. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that have been following me, and I've been talking about it since it was, my first position was at 50 cents. But I think we've been talking about it since it was at what, at 1.5, somewhere around that. So right now it's a very volatile asset. We'll see what happens with it. Please trade responsibly. It can go down 20-30% in 5 minutes. So if you do decide to trade it, please be careful. It's gone on a parabolic run. I keep pulling up my stop loss on it because I know that many times things that go like this have a tendency to go like that. And so I'm going to be ready to stop out somewhere around here so I don't experience this. But it will be very interesting to see how high can it go. It's continuing to pump, and the sky's the limit right now. The FOMO is contagious, and people are continuing to pile into it. I remember a few days ago I was reading, people were talking about, oh, 2 is if it can get past 1.5, it can get back 2. They're probably going to dump, and there was some dumps along the way, but you can see these spikes that happen, right? I think stopped out on this one right here, and so you don't know what's going to happen, but there still is always opportunities in the market. So it will be very interesting. Now, XRP, listen, XRP right now, it's at its highest point that it's been in 2 years, but in a bad way, or maybe it's a good way. I don't know. You'll be the judge of that. XRP FUD hit its highest level in 2 years. This comes as retail turns bearish after the 63% decline over 9 months. Historically, similar FUD zones have only happened twice recently, and both times were followed by strong price rebounds. Are we about to see a rally ahead? That's the question, right? That's the question that we're probably going to get an answer for in the next coming weeks, as we potentially see this the situation in Iran. Listen, oil is back down to under $100. Stock market is up. VIX is down under 20 again. So things are looking bright, but we know that things can flip very fast. And I always have the monkey on my shoulder because I know that things can flip with my experience. My wife was asking me today, so should we make any plans for the next week or so? And I told her, listen, I don't know. Maybe the blockade is going to make some people angry in Iran. They start sending missiles again. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's not plan, right, anything, because it's Independence Day next week, so we're thinking what to do, maybe something, go, not go, or school, yes, school, work, no work. So it's an interesting situation. And so I don't know day to day what the market is going to do. As always, remember that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking to sign up to anything or to send me any money. Those are scammers, those are imposters. Please be very careful out there. So, something interesting right now with Bitcoin that could be an indicator that we might be in for a nice rally if there's no bad news, right? Because again, news can trump everything. But right now, we got this buy order on the 1438 EMA on the 1 hour chart. And moreover, we just had it also on the daily chart. But I want to see at least one other candle. So tomorrow, I'd be a little bit more confident because the last time we got that, the sell signal was on January 22nd. So someone with that, would have been open a short position on that sell signal would have gotten a 23.5% movement. Again, if you leverage that, it could be significant, but leverage comes with its risk, of course. The question is this buy going to be like this one, right? Where we had that bad news from Coinbase and then it flipped. So maybe news can come. Again, this is not a signal that is 100% guaranteed because we never know what's going to happen, and news can always change the outlook, right? Or the direction or the technical analysis. But this is, a positive thing. And so potentially we'll see where this can go from here. President Trump said that 34 ships moved through the Strait of Hormuz yesterday, which is the highest number since the closure began. He framed it as a sign that traffic through the strait is starting to normalize, and that's the reason why we're seeing oil that opened up the day at 105, dropped all the way down to 99 right now. So we'll see what happens with that. If we go to what's happening with Clarity Act, Eleanor gives us an update here. She says, American Bankers Association is pushing back on the White House Council of Economic Advisors stablecoin report, saying the analysis misses the bigger policy concern. They warn that allowing yield could pull deposits from community banks, raise funding costs, and tighten local lending as stablecoins scale. By focusing on the effects of prohibition, the CEA paper risks creating a misleading sense of safety by avoiding the much more consequential scenario, yield-paying payment stablecoins scaling quickly. And this is interesting as we go into the Senate Banking Committee starting the talks or the negotiations officially. And the committee clearance is expected by the end of April, the next 2 weeks. Senate has no option but to vote, as this may be treated as national security strategy. We'll see. The Congress is back. The Senate is back. So from the small vacation for Easter there. So now they can get things moving, get back on the horse, and get Clarity Act through and passed. The SEC with an interesting statement here. SEC says certain crypto interfaces, including DeFi front ends, wallet extensions, and apps, may operate without broker-dealer registrations under conditions. No custody of user funds, self-custody only, no investment advice or recommendations, no order routing or execution, fixed natural fee structure only, no discretion over transactions or market activity. And so this is going to be interesting to see as we go forward what could potentially come from all these new things that the SEC is changing, and we'll see in the next coming weeks. Insight XRP perpetual open option drops from 7 billion to 1.5 billion after prolonged deleveraging per Glassnode. Sustained caution dominance among derivative traders. So basically, this means that XRP has been trading less on leverage, and from 7 billion down to 1.5 billion. And so this makes sense, right? As I told you over the past day or so, I have been with this position and opening some more positions. And for the most part, they have, the top 5, there hasn't been much movement there. In previous cycles, when I had, for example, a big runner, it usually coincided with the rest of the crypto market moving, maybe a week or two later. Now, is this Rave Dao movement, a sign of what's to come, or is this just a one-off? It's a unique situation, right? Or is this some indicator that something is about to come? I think back like in June, July, even a little bit before. So for example, I remember Bonk was running and Pengu and what was it, Farcoin, they were running up before we kind of had the run up that came later for XRP and for you can see it started early here, and even in the ends of April, May, and then it started running on 19th of June to 16th of July. Remember, 19th of June was when it started running up. And when did XRP start running up? Let's go to the daily chart here. If you remember, it was here. So it was already 6th of July. So it was already running up from the 24th of June. And it wasn't just Bonk and that meme coin. It was also Pengu, right? That was running up here. You see June, that massive run up. And what was the other one? I forgot already. There was another one that was also running up there and had a crazy run. So there's this one. It ran up actually even before, but you can see also here there was a little bit of a run up. I remember because I was joking about it. I made the joke about it's the smelliest one. I'm allowed to because I'm a dad. Sometimes I tell my kids dad jokes and I'm like, wow, that was a really bad one. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen now. I think that a lot of what's happening with the top cryptos, like the top 5, the top 20, the top 50, is the fact that they are, although Rave Dao is already 33, holy smokes, it's already up to 33 on the market cap list. That's kind of crazy. But the fact is that the top, let's say 20, 30 are on the same algo, it seems. So the algos run the same algo, the same trading plan, or the same reaction to certain news. And that's why most of the movements that are happening right now are basically news-based. And so when there's not enough good news, that's why we're seeing this current situation. So it will be very interesting to see what happens if we do see more opportunities for leverage trading for traders. But of course, after October 10th, many traders are still traumatized to trade with leverage. But memory is very short, and if there is opportunity and there's big movements and there's things that are running up and people will get FOMO and they see posts on Twitter with screenshots, then they will start jumping back onto the ship. Their trauma will disappear for the most part. But please be very careful out there. If you are using leverage, there's risk with that. Of course, it can bring very big results, but it can also bring very big losses. So just be careful and make sure you understand the risks and rewards. We do have our partner BTCC. If you're interested in signing up, that's where I have my my Rave trade right now. And I've been, multiple. I think this is the 3rd trade. I could have had so much more. I'm not gonna cry about that. I could have had about 10,000 more Rave tokens, but never mind. We will see what will happen here with the strait and with the blockade, and will the conflicts come back or not? What's going to happen with the Clarity Act? Very, very interesting times ahead. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more crypto updates, and smash the like button. Of course, if not, I'm calling the president again. You can always drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.